Welcome back from that quick breather here on 104.1, where it's all about love. My name is Timothy. In the studio, I'm joined by Jonal Wakisa, the CEO and founder of New Eyes Photography and Videography Company. Jonal is a former Watoto child who learned videography, did a lot of skills, and fell in love with photography. And the passion there drove him to start a business. Question is, what passion do you have in this year, 2026? And the Lord is nudging you to start it as a business or something that you can earn from. And that's the conversation we're having. And as we get into the digital age, we're asking ourselves, how do you position yourself, especially in the journey of life, to be able to ensure that the digital age has you in class? So you can be part of this conversation. Call us on 0776 106 104. That's our MTN line, or call us on 0754 34 2020. That's our Airtel line. But for text or WhatsApp, call, text us on 0753 104 104. Let me get back to Jonal. Jonal, I left you with a question to think about. Is this new digital age? You know, I was at chat with Jaja, and I was looking at statistics from UCC, and they showed that 9 million people watch TikTok every day. And the second one is YouTube, which had about maybe 5-6 million people there. X, that everyone keeps talking about, is only at 900,000 views per day. So with this digital age going there, TV, print is struggling. How are you positioning yourself to ensure that you're still serving the purpose that God has called you and the passion you have for photography and videography?
One thing that you should know, quality remains quality.
Come on now.
And no one is going to see you on their wedding shooting with a camera.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? And if you want, actually, the reason why music videos from out of the country, maybe in those other countries that are shot with quality videos, we can still watch them right now.
Yes.
And they are clear. Even if you realize that an iPhone can be 4 million, a camera body can be 4 million. Imagine now, that's a body, a lens, and they are very good quality, which means if you take a picture with your phone, it actually might lose a lot of quality. But if I take a picture with my camera, it is going to be very, very clear. If imagine if you send a picture taken by a camera to several different people, it's actually going to take a longer time for it to lose quality. Now imagine send a phone picture, it will lose quality very, very fast. And actually, for me, I'm actually not scared. While if you realize that most of the people that are acting, they're acting very well with good phones and all that. But some of those things you will only see them in like TikTok.
Yes.
You get it. But let me the reason why you're able to watch a movie that is a movie that is 100, a movie that is let me say 400 MBs very clearly on your TV, it's because it was shot on a higher resolution and compressed at a lower resolution, but still remains very clear. You get it?
Yes.
So which means all those high-end cameras are still more available. If you realize that movies, of course, they tell us that an iPhone can shoot a movie, which means you're going to have a lot of attachments, or let me say on a phone, to improve its functionality. You get it? They're going to tell you, get this rig, do this, do it, just enhance its functionality. But the camera is going to come the way it is, and it shoots for you. And what you realize that with photography and video. Now let me say, if you want to take like very professional photos, you can't take them with your phone, because now a phone can't trigger those lights that are available. That's if you realize that when it comes to professional photos, you can only use video lines, but with phone photos. But for professional photos, you're going to need some extra lights, and they have to be triggered by a camera, not by a phone. And if you realize with cameras, you actually can control whether you want someone to be far, whether you want someone near, and each lens has something they do specifically. With the phone, that's the only thing you have. So maybe what I've realized these days that with a phone you can actually get a moment very, very faster, because by the time someone gets a phone to shoot you, a camera to shoot you, they have already got a moment with a phone.
Yes.
So normally a phone helps with quick things. You get it.
Yes.
But if for something professional, something is going to be played over and over again. So personally, this and also personally, when I'm shooting, so now like for reals, now they are a phone. So if you realize that some behind the scenes people do when they're shooting music video, they are
Yes.
shooting with a phone.
Mm.
Is that? But you're going to first see the music video coming out very well, which is very nice. Then you see the behind the scenes as we used by a phone.
Yes.
So instead of being scared by what is coming, you go with the trend. So which means if TikTok is the most thing that is trending, shoot high format. So these days what I'm doing, I'm actually shooting for different formats. When I'm shooting, I shoot for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at the same time.
Yes.
So when I post a video on YouTube, I'm going to make sure it comes on TikTok. Because there's some, if you realize that some people are going to be on TikTok, they will find it on TikTok. Other people are going to be on YouTube. Now imagine you're sending some work to a client. You're not going to send them a link to TikTok. You're going to send them a YouTube link that shows all your work. So as a photographer and a videographer, I shouldn't actually be scared. I should get these things, use them. You get it? And use them to promote my business. So there's no way of actually being scared. If the person has joined on TikTok, if you have many people on TikTok, open a TikTok account. If you realize that even right now, our total is on TikTok, a lot of people on TikTok, because now they are normally the Gen Zs, they are actually on TikTok. And personally, I watch more TikTok personally more than any
other social media.
Yeah, because TikTok, first of all, it's easy to join. You only need a phone number. You get it, and you can easily actually, if they remove TikTok, most people won't trend. Loads in Uganda. But now for me who was still on Instagram, I'm still there. YouTube, I'm still there. And TikTok, I'm like just normally a visitor. So you have to go with the trend and know what is moving. So people shoot on YouTube, then rescale for what? For Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, if you realize now some reels, let me say at our total page, some of them, the quick videos, they're actually done on the social media page. They're actually done by the phones. Now when we go to live streaming, let me say the services, they are not going to use phones.
Yes.
You get it? They are going to use what? A high-end camera.
Yes.
So which means all those things, instead of running away from them, you embrace them. And people that do, first of all, iPhones are expensive. And few people have actually iPhones. So they are going to use their Katek, with the low-end thing, and they should. So which means also, I can't be scared of you, because you also have to actually put in more money to buy the equipment to actually shoot your content.
So let me ask, on X, I've been seeing some of these videos generated by AI.
Yeah.
What does that mean for your industry? What does that look like? Especially, is it complementary? Is it a concern? What do you think about it?
Okay, when AI actually came, I'm actually scared of people that don't know computer. Now, this is the area where people have to learn computer. Just learn how the computer works. Because now, for me, sometimes I'm scared of the people that do visual effects. Because now those can be generated by computer.
Yes.
Visual effects, graphic design, graphic designers, those people are actually affected a lot. Now, for me, I actually deal with people. So which means AI is not going to come and shoot your wedding. AI is not going to come and shoot your family photo shoot at home. You get it? Which means you always need me to come and shoot. Now, sometimes, for me, when I can download a template, which is already made, and I just change settings.
Yes.
Now, that's what AI is doing. Even when I'm editing, now, those days, I used to take much time. Actually, AI has actually enhanced how fast you actually edit your photos. Because I use Lightroom, Photoshop, and it having AI has actually helped me to edit faster. These days, I can actually edit like 800 photos in a day. That's because of AI. Now, those days, someone who used to do making the skin soft, You just press the AI thing and the skin is made smooth. Those days used to suffer with making someone's teeth white or someone's eyes white. AI created a preset that has teeth whitening, that has eye whitening, which means instead of going and doing all those things manually, AI has done it.
So it's complementing you.
Yeah, it's complementing me. Now, for people that I'm scared of, is normally sometimes the graphic designers, people that do visual effects, people that do animations. You realize that a photographer actually works more actually than some of those people that do those visual effects.
So
You get it?
let me ask a question. You know, you have spoken about us in layman, and I think this I learned from you. I learned what a black magic camera is.
Yes, black magic camera.
That one I learned from you, and when I see it these days, I feel like I'm also educated in photography.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask you, Jonah, just take us through the tips of photography. How does, because some of us think you just grab the camera and take photos. I have a friend, when they get their phone and take photos, I'm like, mine is a 15, yours is a 13, but your pictures look better than mine. Give us techniques. How does one become a good photographer, whether with their phone or with the camera? Share some tips.
Okay. First of all, photography is about light.
Yes.
You need to know where is the light coming from. So if you know the light is in front of you, why are you shooting someone while their back is facing the light? No. Let them face the light. So which means your light is going to be, and normally with photography, you need to take enough time to take a very beautiful photo.
Yes.
That's why when you give someone who knows photography to take a picture, they're going to take their time and work on the settings with their phone and shoot for you. They have to make sure they adjust the camera, because with the phone, there's a way whereby you can adjust in the light if the light is actually less. Yes. Now, there are other people where they just shoot, but a photographer is going to take their time and work on the adjustment settings to take that picture. So you need, first of all, you need to know your equipment. You need to know light. You need to know the light condition. And if you need extra light, you have to put it there.
Yes.
You get it. So now let me say, if the sun is on the other side, don't shoot towards the sun, because you will get a silhouette. Now this year you're becoming creative, which you might not want.
Yes.
So you make sure that, now for me, if sometimes I haven't carried a flash and I only have the camera, and I always make sure I take in the time whereby the sun is at a certain angle, like a 45-degree angle, like a bit up on a certain angle. Now, the reason why I don't like shooting in midday, because the sun is straight. So which means it is creating a lot of shadows in the eyes, and it's giving you harsh light. So now I normally take my shoots in the morning or in the evening, because light is at a certain angle.
Yes.
And it can also help to enhance the image. So I can take a picture without actually light, and it looks actually better, because I know where my light source is and I've actually utilized it well. The other thing, a lot of people take photos without cleaning their lenses.
Wow.
First of all, you just touch the camera, you've already touched it, because you know the phone, you always touch it. And our hands are actually oily. Oil, they have touched something. That's it. So for you, you touch on the lens pad. So before taking photos, personally for me, when I'm using a phone for quick something, I actually first clean the camera. First of all, if your eyes has something blurry or something in the eyes that is not supposed to be there, which means you're not going to see very well.
Yes.
A camera works exactly as an eye.
Yes.
So if it is dirty, you're not going to see very well. That's why it needs to be clean. So that's why you see some people have photos whereby they're a bit dirty, they are fuzzy. So you clean. And normally when you clean the camera, it becomes clear. Sometimes when light hits a camera that is dirty, that image is actually going to become very bad. So always clean your camera. First, know where your light is coming from. Secondly, clean your camera.
Yes.
And these days there's a lot of apps that actually can edit on phone. Personally, when there's some wedding videos, some short wedding videos that were recorded on my wedding day, I actually color graded them, added in some saturation, some contrast. These days phones can do editing. So before you post, there's an option on your phone to edit the picture before Now, like iPhone, some iPhone photos are actually raw
Mm.
because iPhone has a raw format. So whereby you can actually do an adjustment on your phone and post, and people might think that you've used actually a camera, but you've used your phone. So people have actually very good phones, but they don't know how to use them. Because even if you get an iPhone 15, if you don't know how it works, you're wasting your time. You will just call and receive messages and respond to calls, but you won't know that your camera can record if your camera can record a 4K footage. You get it? So you also need to know the phone that you have,
Yes.
the equipment that you have. Take time and frame very well. You know, some people, the person is in the middle. You place the person, the subject in the middle. Sometimes, why are you shooting when there's a lot of space that is not utilized?
Yes.
So you put in space. These days on phone, we have what they call portraiture mode. Portraiture mode helps you to blurry the background.
Mm.
You get it? Now, in photography, when using the cameras, lenses that give you that depth is actually expensive. One of the most expensive things on the camera is actually the lens. Let me say, if your eye is hit, you won't ever see again. If the lens is spoiled, it won't work again. Lenses are very delicate. So when you're shooting with the camera, there's portrait mode, and those people that want the background to be blurry, use portrait mode. The background will automatically be blurry. So you also need to know, and there's free softwares for editing on the phone. There's a software called Lightroom. Now for iPhone, the editing is embedded in. You go to edit, then you edit it. Now for people that don't have iPhones, you can download an app called Snapseed. Snapseed is a free software for actually editing the photos.
Yes.
Add in some color. Why are you posting a picture like this? Dark.
Yes.
What you should know, in our field, those people that shoot using phones, guess what? They are using the same softwares that videographers are using to edit.
On a laptop or
on a laptop, yes. You're not going to add all those things on the phone. You're going to take much time.
Wow.
So you still need the software. So now people that, because there's a friend of mine, because he's Derek, we grew up with him. Derek shoots with the phone. Of course, I don't think that iPhone is his. So you might have an investor, and they have an iPhone 15. So you can hire it maybe to shoot content and take it back. Then at the end of the day, they end up using the laptop to edit. So at the end of the day, you still come back at the same place.
But lastly, Jonala, even as we conclude, this equipment is expensive. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's an investment. How does one start if this is something they want to venture in? But also, two, what is your parting shot even as we come to the end of the show?
All right. So equipment is actually very expensive. So some of the equipment that I got, there's a pastor called Pastor Neil. I think you know him. He was from Vive Church. He actually got interested in what I was doing and was like, you know what? I can help you get this equipment. Then you pay me small. So he bought for me some equipment. I used to have those equipment, get money.
Oh, yes.
Get money. And you hire to only people that are responsible. Don't just hire to anyone. Then, but before I had a camera, I used to befriend people. So someone used to hire me a camera at a very cheaper price. Then when I got money, one of the things I first bought was a flash. So when someone gives me a gig and I hire a camera, but I already have a flash. Because if you are starting and you want to buy yourself a camera, you're not going to do what? You're not going to start big. So I bought a flash. Then the next thing I bought one of the cheapest lenses, which is good, and that's a 50mm. It is tiny, but the amazing photos it does, it's so amazing.
Yes.
Then I started saving. I saved my first camera for a year. I saved with YSave.
Yes.
So I started saving YSave. So every time I get money, I used to put like 100K. When there's a good deal, I opened up an account which is called Target account. You know, YSave has a Target account. So I used to put my savings and the Target account. So I put extra money on now, because that time I was still at school and I was taken care of. So this money was to basically now buy equipment. Then I saved my money for the first camera. So if you photograph and you're starting up, there's small things that you need to have.
Yes.
First of all, have your own camera card.
Mm-hmm. The
People-
SD card.
The SD card.
Mm.
People is the people who do hiring business are not going to give you their cameras with a card in. Have yourself a card. First of all, that is storage. Buy a hard drive. So if you shoot things for the client, where are you going to store them?
Yes.
Buy a hard drive. Because you need to store the client's footage. First of all, work on storage.
Mm.
For me, I bought my first hard drive in S4. It was 500 GB. Now, when I used to shoot, I used to edit on Mica 500 GB.
Mm.
So I had the hard drive, I had the memory card. Remember, I had Mica flash and Mica small lens. So for me, there you're cutting cost.
Yes.
So in someone now, there I used not high camera with a lens. So I used to have high body only, then attach Mica small lens and I take photos. So which means you're now getting more on your side. So you buy something little because the cameras are expensive, unless you're going to steal money. Then you save. You keep any goes. God provides. You get a good gig, and someone wants you to shoot. Because for me, when I was charging clients, I used to shoot. I was at campus. I used to shoot the photos. I used to edit them.
Yes.
Someone else used to shoot the videos. I used to edit them. So you want to be a photographer, learn the softwares. Because those ones you have control of. You might have your laptop, but you can't afford the camera.
Yes.
Take time learning the post-production. That's editing. Those back-end things. You get it? Because now for me, it was easier for me to start off my company with different people, is because I know how to edit. So I can know that this photo is edited badly. So sometimes I might not be in process of taking photos, but I'm going to control the output of the picture.
Yes.
Because even these days, even if someone has taken a picture that has a lot of noise or grain, guess what? AI can remove that grain.
Okay.
So I control the back end.
Your last word to a parent, a young person there who's wondering, what should I do next? How would you give them piece of advice?
Piece of advice is take time to read. By the way, there's a lot of knowledge in those books that are not actually put out. If you actually watch those YouTube videos, they're actually short. But I actually I have a library at home about photography. So buy books, watch a lot of those things that you're interested in, and don't wait to have something to have. Let me say, don't wait to have a camera to start. Parents, take your children to church. Things are there. Let the children volunteer and learn. That's how we learned, by serving God. And the skill we learned is a skill that is actually paying us now. And also be teachable. Get it? Take extra time. For me, actually, I have less time to actually watch movies. I can watch one episode and I doze off. You get it? So take a lot of time learning. And another thing, when you learn something, actually teach it. Every time you teach someone, you're actually learning. The time I've been teaching in academy and teaching at HVTI and all those teaching spaces, I'm actually learning more because I'll have to first do my research.
Yes.
And I'm actually, when I'm teaching, teaching them the trending thing. So teach them. And if the child wants to learn something, don't limit them.
Wow. Someone here sends a message and says, wow, very impressive on what Jonal is talking about, a skill. And I'm trying to learn a new skill, and I think that is my goal for the year. Thank you very much. One more here says, thank you, Timothy, for the show. Thank you, Jonal, for sharing your story, your journey on how to get here. There are things that I'm interested in that your story has inspired me to be able to step out, and I am grateful for that going forward. Okay. Someone else sends in and says, finally, this is a very good show. Thank you for sharing a skill. It also takes me out of the area of thinking about the things that are happening. Someone is asking me, is the ongoing show recorded? This is so powerful. The ongoing show is recorded, and
it's also recorded on the phone.
Yes.
So I'm going to upload it on the YouTube channel.
So if you've been listening in and you're wondering if it has been recorded, Jonal has recorded it, and it will be on New Eyes YouTube channel before the end of the day today. But Jonal, if someone wants to get in touch with you, want to train their child, or to be able to consult on anything in this area of photography and videography, please share your contacts.
Yeah. My contacts are 0777 077 56 0206. For Airtel, 0704 220601.
Please repeat them.
For MTN, we have 0777 56 0206. For Airtel, we have 0704 220601. And also you can check on all our social media platforms, New Eyes Photography. Actually, the spelling of New Eyes Photography is not N-A-W, it's actually N-U, then normal eyes, then photography. Of course, you will see a black and white logo, and those will be our social media platforms on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
So thank you for listening in to the journey today. I also want to thank Jonal for giving us the opportunity to listen to his story of where he has come from. Today we're talking about passions and skills for you to be able to step out in 2026 and possess what God has given you. From us to you, God bless you and have a fabulous weekend.